ever bought something that you absolutely love, yet it's before you have kids and you don't realize what the dogs and the animals are going to do to it? Well, that's the purpose of this video, kind of, because we bought this, as you can see what I'm sitting on, this bed as a set before we had children, when we just had one dog, and did not realize that this bench that I'm currently sitting on would get absolutely destroyed. To the point where we don't allow it to be shown. I'm going to show you what it looks like currently, but usually we cover it up with the blankets and you never see it, which is disappointing because the whole reason why we wanted it was, one, to be able to sit on it, but then also to add to the aesthetic of the room. So what are we going to do today? We're going to fix this bench. Okay, I'm going to show you close up what this bench looks like, but my goal is that this project is going to take minimal time. We'll see, but I'm hoping I can just cut the cloth off, put what I'm going to put on there with, I only have 20 staples. I cannot find the rest of my staples, and I do have a staple gun other than the handheld stapler that I found, but I don't know where it is and all the good things, right? And I just don't feel like doing it. I'm like, I just want to get this project done. And so we are going to use what I could find, okay? All right, I'm excited. This has been a long project coming. One of those things that is just on your to-do list and you keep saying, oh, I'm going to do that eventually, I'm going to do that eventually. Yeah, it's been 6 years. 6 years of doing it eventually, so you can imagine how excited I am. All right, let's do this.
Well, the first order of business was to cut all of this nasty fabric off, which honestly wasn't too hard to do. I just cut down the middle and then I either cut or pulled off the sides, and feel like I was able to get this off pretty quickly and expose it. Then the next step after getting all this off was to put down the new fabric, put this on top. I tried to get as much wrinkles out as I possibly could, and then I measured it and cut off the excess. And then the next step was, first I tried to cut the corner. I was like, that's not going to work. So I just decided to start stapling it. And as you can see, I did have to use my staple gun. I tried to use the stapler that I previously thought I was going to be able to use, but it wasn't going in far enough. And then it took me a while to get the corners. I was having a hard time making sure that it didn't cause a huge wrinkle. They're not the best, but they're not horrible either.
Well, what do you guys think? I think that it turned out pretty well overall. It has some little bit of wrinkles, or if that's the best way, that you can like push over, but I think that that's not a big thing, honestly. I think that it matches so well with the rest of the actual bed. I feel like it should have come like this to begin with, and I'm just so excited now to be able to have the bench show again on the bed instead of having to cover it up with blankets because of how bad it looks. I know you guys saw in the video that I had to use the staple gun. I ended up having to get that out because it was not going to work the other way. I'm a little concerned that the staples may be too long. I didn't think that they were going to be, but now that I'm sitting on it, I think it feels fine. But then in certain areas where there's not as much cushion, it is feeling like they could, like I can kind of feel them and that they could pop through. So that may end up being a problem. We'll see. All right. Bye, guys.